UpTheScoreTV is live. I'm your host Sosavelli checking in. Let's get straight to the video. Your 2023 USFL Week 2 stats, standings, and players of the week are in. First, here are your Week 2 final scores. The Gamblers lost to the New Orleans Breakers 31-38. The Showboats lost to the Stallions 2-42. The Generals got on the winning board and beat the Maulers 20-3, and the Michigan Panthers won against the Philly Stars in a 24-10 victory. So here are your USFL Week 2 standings. In the North at number 1, we have the Michigan Panthers going 2-0, the New Jersey Generals going 1-1, the Philly Stars going 1-1, and the Pittsburgh Maulers at 0-2, still winless for the North. In the South Division, at number 1, we have the Birmingham Stallions going 2-0. At number 2, we have the New Orleans Breakers going 2-0. At number 3, we have my Gamblers, sadly, at 0-2. And at number 4, we have the Memphis Showboats at 0-2. For our 2023 USFL Week 2 player stat leaders, on the offensive side of the ball, we have MBT from the New Orleans Breakers with 554 passing yards. Our passing touchdown leader for Week 2 is Panthers QB Alex Magoo with 5 passing TDs. Reggie Corbin from the Michigan Panthers leads with 160 rushing yards. Houston Gamblers running back TJ Pleasure with 3 rushing touchdowns. New Orleans Breakers Sage Surratt leading with 206 receiving yards. Gamblers receiver Justin Hall leading with 2 receiving touchdowns. Gamblers Radcliffe Williams 318 all-purpose yards, and Stallions quarterback Alex Magoo leading with 36 points in the lead. On the defensive side of the ball, we have Philadelphia star Armani Dennis leading with 2 picks, Pittsburgh Mauler Tizino leading with 23 tackles, and Michigan Panther Brandon Speaks with 4 sacks. Really good shit. Finally, we have our fan-voted players of the week. Our offensive candidates for player of the week that balled out in Week 2 are running back Wes Hills from the New Orleans Breakers, having 110 rush yards and 3 touchdowns. Wide receiver Justin Hall from the Houston Gamblers, having 8 receptions, 110 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. Quarterback Alex Magoo from the Birmingham Stallions, going 21 for 28, having 334 total yards and 4 touchdowns. And running back Reggie Corbin from the Michigan Panthers, having 11 ATTs, 131 rush yards, and 2 touchdowns. The fans spoke and they chose Alex Magoo as their offensive player of the week for Week 2, and I couldn't agree more. Our defensive candidates for player of the week that balled out in Week 2 are linebacker Tenzino from the Pittsburgh Maulers, having 15 tackles and 2 TFLs. Defensive end Hercules Matafa from the New Jersey Generals, having 2 fumbles recovered. Linebacker Rashad Smith from the Birmingham Stallions, having 5 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 FF. And linebacker Frank Ginda with 10 tackles, 1 interception, and 1 pass deflection, with Frank Ginda being the one crowned as the defensive player of the week. Finally, our special team candidate for player of the week that did their thing out in Week 2 are punter Matt White from the New Orleans Breakers that had 4 punts, 46.8 average yards, and a 65 long yard kick. Kicker Nick Skiba from the New Jersey Generals, going 2 for 2 field goals, having a 47 long yard kick. Kick returner Anthony Radcliffe Williams from the Gamblers, having 4 returns, 136 yards, 407 long yard return. And punter from the Michigan Panthers Kyle Kramer, having 3 punts, 44.7 average yards, and 1 inside the 20. And the fans chose Anthony Radcliffe Williams from the Gamblers as their special teams player of the week. Going into Week 3, your matchups are New Orleans Breakers versus the Birmingham Stallions, Memphis Showboats versus the Houston Gamblers, and on Sunday, the Pittsburgh Maulers versus the Philadelphia Stars, and the New Jersey Generals take on the Michigan Panthers. Alright, y'all, what did y'all think about the second week of the USFL? Is your team still undefeated? Did your favorite player make the player of the week? And what game are you excited to see next? And let me know all that and more down below in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification button. This is Usfl checking out.